Good morning. I'm in the lobby and I thought, okay, we need to have a little chat. I need to bring everybody up to date because we haven't really talked about the library in a few minutes. So I have tasked everybody in this project, from the board all the way down to the contractors, to try to get the lobby open by July 1st. So that's only 27 days away, but I'll tell you that the board has approved all the rewiring and moving of all the electrical, the cabling, all of the things for cameras. All of that has been approved to start getting reworked. The company that's going to be doing the build back is tasked with getting all of the reframing done and getting the ceiling back in place. The vestibule and these rooms in the front of the building were badly burned and they needed to have the ceiling replaced. So all of that's going to be happening as quickly as possible. The carpeting is going to be going into the conference room and the library, as well as the first and second floor, I believe next week. But there's been some talk about maybe opening up the library to all of you guys to be able to have an extra space. I'm going to ask that you be patient and give us the 27 days to actually open the whole lobby. If we try to open up a piece or a part and have people coming and going, that's going to make it more difficult for the contractors and the maintenance team to get the full lobby open. We just need, a place where they can work, they can drop their tools, their materials, their wiring. All of that needs to be brought in, and we don't want them to have to be protecting it and keeping it safe from all of us coming through to use the library. So please just give us the 27 days to really work through this area very rapidly. Now, as I said, we're going to be dropping in carpet next week. Nikki did get baseboards for the second floor and the 7th floor. I'm sorry, I didn't realize we didn't have baseboards. Somehow every time I open the elevator and look through, I didn't see that 2 and 7 haven't been fully finished. So that will happen next week. The team that's been running around trying to get all of the lobby clear and get all of the maintenance work done didn't have the baseboards for 2 and 7. So those are coming in and that will be done. Now there is a team member that's skimming the walls on the terrace level. That's why sometimes you have that smell. It's the fresh mud that's drying. So they're working on the terrace level to really make it pretty and get that orange peel texture hidden underneath it. So nice smooth walls will be great, and then we'll continue to work on all of that. I did want to let you know that the pool, we are going to be doing maintenance on the pool. It won't cause a pool closure, but there's a lot of maintenance that needs to happen this year on the pool. But I'm hoping that if we do some of the smaller things that will keep the pumps running properly and the tanks from pushing sand back into the pool, then if we do the smaller projects, I'm hoping that the pool will stay clean and beautiful all summer like it did last year. And then in the fall, when we don't need the pool, then we can do some of the more major repairs. So we're going to work on all of the minor things to see what we can do to really keep the pool clean all year without having to close it. So fingers crossed we won't have to close that. Now, on the garage project, there's a lot of concrete work happening. I've taken all the concrete away by the dog park, and weather permitting, they're going to be able to pour that back on Friday. They are going to be pouring a small stem wall by the dock. That is going to have to cure for a few days, and then after that, then hopefully next week, they'll be able to start building the wall that goes over it to hide the dock from the front view, because that's not beautiful. They will be painting all of the blocks all around the building. Everywhere you see those breeze blocks, those are all going to be painted over the next week or so, weather permitting. Also, when we really looked at the front of the building, the step off of the curb down to the base of the top of the garage actually is 13 inches, and that's just way too high for asphalt. Even Miss Margaret questioned it when she was looking at it. So the contractors realized that's way too much asphalt that needs to go there. So they're going to be coming back in and pouring a section of concrete there to raise that up, because asphalt can't be 13 inches deep. That would cause asphalt gets soft in the summer heat. So that needs to be re-poured. That's not going to be any expense to us. The contractors are taking care of that, but that was something that needs to be done. So they'll be working on all of that, as well as they'll be pouring the pads that hold the light posts in the front of the building. So all of those lights in the front of the building, once that concrete is poured and set, then they'll be able to fill in all the ditches and make the front of the building look a lot nicer when you drive up. Because right now we have the fencing, which is bad enough, but then behind it we have all these mounds of dirt. So trying to get rid of that as quickly as possible now that we're getting close. Now, if some of you are asking, okay, we don't have asphalt yet. Yes, the asphalt is going to require 2 days for them to put it in, and we can't have it being put in the rain. So we're waiting for a 2 to 3 days window where there's no rain in the forecast. So hopefully next week there is no rain in the forecast, so we'll be able to do that. I did want to let you know that the chillers are very close to being completed and to be delivered. So we believe that's about 10 or 11 days away. So as soon as the chiller is complete and it's delivered to the contractor that we're using to install it, then we'll have dates for you when we're going to be able to install the chiller and what does that look like and how does that going to affect us. So please be aware that is close as well. So the building has been cool for the springtime, and hopefully when we drop in the chillers, the chiller that we bought, it will be cool all summer long. So that's great news. Lots of things moving forward. I do think that's most of what I wanted to visit with you guys on, but if you guys see me around the building, if you have questions, if I haven't touched on something, or if you want to post something on the Facebook page, or if you just want to send me a direct message, please feel free. I always want to keep you informed of what's happening and why we make some of the decisions. So I know some of you would like to get into the library, but it's just not ready, and it really would be helpful if we could just give the team the space that they need to get the lobby done properly and quickly. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Look for me around the building.